Summer Folk is on in Owen Sound, and Wasaga Beach has an 1812 reenactment. Some of the cool things going on this weekend. Here it comes again, third day, Parry Sound cloud cover. Well, let's hope this clears out for the weekend. Thanks, Abby. Parry Sound's a beautiful spot, of course. Parry Sound, Owen Sound, as I mentioned. Lindsay has Rib Fest going on this weekend. C&E starts on Friday, so why, oh why is it so cold? It's 17 in Toronto. 17. It's about 14 in Ottawa right now. We've got lake effect showers, very September-y, late September-y. We've got upper level cold air. It's filtered down to the surface. We've got this rather raw northwest wind. I wish I could just wipe it away like that, but it's all a very slow moving pattern. Here's what's going on. 26 degrees right now in Deer Lake, Newfoundland, where the sun is shining. High pressure is basically anchoring and slowing down this entire pattern. And there is the spin of cloud cover. We get into our low. You can see it's not moving anywhere. It's just sitting parked in place. Most of the wet weather is north and east of the GTA. It will edge a bit further away, which will give us even more sunshine for tomorrow and start to brighten up and warm up Barrie. Barrie late day, GTA overnight. Saturday, Muskoka, probably in the afternoon. Some showers are going to be moving in. So unfortunately, there will be a bit of wet weather for your big events and your small events going on Saturday, with Sunday likely being the brighter day. Now, Leanna, let's take a look at traffic. Good news, bright news, anything there?
Not so good, Suzanne. Unfortunately, we're seeing lots of red pop up on our Beat the Traffic map.
As you can shine, we've got Wasaga under siege, talking about events recreating the War of 1812, tactics, historical batters, summer folk. I'm just checking out my big long list here. Owen Sound, Kelso Beach. It's the 39th edition of the annual Music and Crafts Festival. And I also wanted to mention Lindsay Rib Fest, because I know a lot of you basically go from one Rib Fest to the next. Cottage Comedy Festival, Gravenhurst and Bracebridge, that's Muskoka, of course, gets underway tomorrow. And just as we're seeing in the news, these touching tributes for Robin Williams coming from across the states. I'm sure that will be happening too in Muskoka this weekend. Muskoka is going to be rather wet on Saturday and then sunny on Sunday. And look, it's only 11 in Barrie right now. It's a similar temperature in Muskoka, and near Thunder Bay, Armstrong got to -4 this morning. This is cool as we go north. Fort Severn is 17. So is Toronto. We're cool across the board. Where it's hot, southern Manitoba, northern Manitoba, Val-Marie, Saskatchewan's 31 right now. That's where it's hot. Hottest place in the country right now, southern Saskatchewan. Big ridge in the jet stream, warming up conditions, stable weather ahead of this low in the west, and trying to get into some stable weather. We're behind the low now, but the wraparound showers, quite a potent low. Those showers are coming all the way down across Lake Simcoe, across the Kawartha Lakes, down towards Prince Edward County, and they're clipping parts of the GTA. Some of this is Virga. You may not be seeing any rain actually reach the ground. That's what Virga is. Very light precipitation downtown Toronto, but 13 overnight tonight, and the chance of showers mainly northern and eastern areas. Sun comes out tomorrow, low moves off to the east. If you're sailing, if you're windsurfing, that's what you can look forward to tomorrow afternoon. It will still be fairly blustery, Leanna.
Thanks, Suzanne. Well, right now we are crash free, so that's some good news. But
matter of time before precipitation actually falls and reaches the ground. When it doesn't reach the ground, it's called Virga. See, now you know something new. Hey, honey, do you know what Virga is? You can have a nice chat at the dinner table tonight. I'd like to help you out. Good to see you. It's 4:45, visible satellite, big swirl of cloud cover coming down across Lake Erie. Yeah, sure, it breaks up by the time it gets to Leamington, and Long Point's looking pretty good. Well, it's looking a bit cloudy, but we're socked in with cloud cover with just a couple of blue breaks every now and again. This low is very stubborn. Very cold this morning north of Superior. One spot was just below zero, but they've bounced back. They're way up in the 20s, a lot of spots. We are way down in the teens. It really varies. I mean, overall, Ontario is having a cool day. And as you check out the winds, it's a windy day. You don't need me to tell you that. You've been blown around coming in from the groceries or picking up the kids. Westerly winds, 26, 27. 21. Okay, those orange big numbers, those are the wind gusts, and that's what we really feel. And when we say blustery, it's because it's gusty. Steady winds, 10 to 20 kilometers an hour, and then building up again. Notice the orange coming back tomorrow. So that's what that wind forecast is all about. You've got your steady wind, and then those blustery conditions, those are the gusts. as I act out the weather for you. A little bit more rain coming. The weekend forecast is coming up, Leanna. We've got some mixed news for the weekend. Now your traffic.
Thanks, Suzanne. Well, I've got some construction weekend.
Well, we'll get to the local forecast in just a moment, Leanna, because yes, umbrella for part of it, hot weather for some of it. And speaking of hot, dry, most prone to fires. The top 5 states next. Always seems a bit ironic, doesn't it, when you've got some extreme weather and then you've kind of got the opposite. We've got a lot of people in Ontario complaining about the cold. We've still got very hot weather in the prairies and in the northern prairies. We've got stories about fires and fire-prone areas, and we've had recent flooding quite devastating in eastern regions of the U.S., all because of this low. Now, this low is getting stretched out, so it doesn't have much left, but the wraparound showers have brought persistently cool, blustery weather today to Georgian Bay, to Muskoka, to Lake Simcoe, to the Kawartha Lakes. Yeah, I'm practically speechless. I'm not enjoying this. I know you aren't either. There's our next low that will bring us a bit of wet weather Saturday, but Friday we clear up. Cottage Country, GTA, Golden Horseshoe. We've got the risk of storms. It'll probably not be until evening and overnight that we get into some wet weather around the west end of Lake Ontario. Sunday is drier. Great day for Niagara Falls. Hey, I've got that coming up in an outdoor report, and there are a lot more of those online. You know, we've got some sunshine here and there in the province, but it really is in the far north today. And if we look at current temperatures, I mentioned they were well into the 20s, 24 degrees in Thunder Bay. That's pretty sweet, especially when you consider it is half that in Collingwood. Niagara Falls is just hanging on to 20 degrees, getting a wind off the water. That's certainly cooling you down today in Collingwood, in Barrie. Sudbury isn't any brighter. Timmins is considerably wetter. Cornwall, Ottawa, 15, 14 degrees. Last I looked at the nation's capital. 16 now, dropping in Toronto. A lot of people coming out of the office saying, oh my goodness, really cold. Feels like September. Quite an abrupt warning. And we have the CNE starting on Friday, which means that we're about 2 weeks away from the start of school. So back to school. That's the first time I've said it on the air. Back to school. Said it again. That's starting to become something on our minds that we're getting ready for. West to northwest winds, 30, 39, 44 kilometer an hour gusts, and the sustained winds 27 in Orangeville. That's a good breeze. We've got plenty of windy weather. We've got plenty of hot weather, but that's in western Canada. Eastern Canada, trough in the jet stream, the cooler weather, the low very slowly moving north, getting stretched out, squeezed between 2 ridges of high pressure. So no flash flooding here at home, but they have had plenty of that in parts of the U.S. Northeast. Tremendous flooding. You've no doubt seen that on the news. We've had close to 100 millimeters of rain in Quebec City. Not as much in northern Ontario that we're aware of, but wraparound rains are making it prolonged and persistent. Next round of showers, Leanna, looks like it's Saturday, but some sunshine's coming Sunday. Now your traffic.
Well, that's some good news, Suzanne. Got some bad news related with traffic. Now, Ann?
Coming up, I've got the weekend. Ready for golf? We'll get you set next. Let's go to the Exo. But yeah, you could be singing that on Friday. There's a bit of good news and some sunshine in the forecast like imminently tomorrow. So that's good news. Abby, Parry Sound, beautiful spot. Love it. Good news always when you're going up to Parry Sound. Maybe a cruise on the Island Queen. You'll need extra layers if you're cruising on the big boat or your small boat, because look at this. What a day. August the 14th doesn't feel like August 14th. It feels like 14 degrees. Because it is. Because we've got these showers with this northwest wind. This is not unheard of. If you're thinking, oh, I've never had this before, then I'm afraid you have a very short-term memory. But it is certainly very un-August-like. It's more typical of late September. These kinds of conditions, were they the normal or the statistical or climate average? They're not. But showers are rolling through. There's another little burst up by Killarney right now for anybody you may know camping up there. By the way, they're celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. And there is free art in the park from their wonderful artist in residence, Pierre Sabarin, 1 to 4 p.m. tomorrow and next Monday to Friday. Free painting right in situ where the group of 7 were. Highly recommend it myself. That's Killarney Park, and sweeping down past Killarney and down to Kitchener. We've got some gray skies, but sunshine for tomorrow, as I mentioned. Showers moving in from the north for Saturday, and Cottage Country, same trend, probably a little earlier Saturday, but brighter Sunday. So mixed news, as is often the case, Leanna, with weather.
Thanks, Suzanne. Well, traffic-wise, we still are dealing with that massive problem. Southbound 4
faces, yeah, they've got moisture in there. That's why with light refraction they look like they're gray. And they are gray. A little bit of rain here and there across the GTA. Where is the sunshine? Well, the visible satellite, one of my favorite tools, one of many of our favorite tools. No cloud cover as we look down from space. That's high wispy cirrus cloud ahead of a low. And then we've got this thick cloud deck, low cloud ceilings today. Very gloomy as we zero in. Once you go southwest of Kitchener and Cambridge, it's a little brighter today, but the current conditions anywhere from 10, which is ridiculous. I know that's not an official weather term, but I just used it and I'm sanctioning it. 10 degrees on August the, 14th? That's crazy. Crazy stuff. I wish we had better news for today. It is going to be a cool and blustery evening. Temperatures, and now here's a look at the current winds. The winds sustained are 20 to 30 kilometers an hour. Those are those white numbers. The orange numbers represent the gusts, so it's even blusterier. The winds are stronger with the gusts going up and down. If you like to fly a kite, if you sail, if you windsurf, if you fly, you're going to find you've got that wind challenge this evening. It will die down overnight, 10 to 20 kilometer an hour range, and then pick up again 20 to 40 on Friday. Not a lot of moisture, but it's rolling through. It's all part of the stubborn low that is taking its sweet old time moving out. Low pressure moves back in for Saturday, but moves out for Sunday. High pressure to follow. So this is good news. Toronto temperatures will get into the 20s, and I hope that temperatures will be in the 20s for all of you, including Kitchener and Cambridge. And why am I keep mentioning Cambridge? Well, Dave McLean from Cambridge, Leanna, has a very special birthday today, and he's a special guy in your life, I understand.
Yes, happy birthday, Dad.
Oh.
I hope you have a fantastic day. In other news, traffic-related news, we are still dealing with problems.
Time of year. The C&E starts on Friday. I mentioned the back-to-school phrase earlier today for the first time. And back to school and starting a brand new school. Some very exciting stuff going on. A lot of runs to IKEA, a lot of runs to the dollar store, into the Apple store, if the kids are lucky. Let's take a look at this evening. If you're doing some errands, this evening's not a bad evening to be doing them. Northwesterly winds, a little bit showery, a little bit gray. Throw on a jacket. You will need it. Or just run quickly to the door. You have lots of practice for that, right? Christmas shopping time, you want to leave the big coat in the car. Keep your hands free. Overnight, still some showers, mainly to the north and east. The sunshine returns tomorrow, and it looks like Sunday will be our sunny day, and Saturday, late day GTA, some showers. Northwest winds still, speeds and gusts in orange. It has been a blustery day. Coming up, we'll take a more in-depth look at what's going on around the world with Force of Nature.
For your